Okay, so you've got this Metal Additive Manufacturing Operator interview coming up.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
This isn't just some factory gig. This is cutting-edge tech we're talking about.
Yeah.
We've got your stack of prep materials right here, ready to dive in and really help you impress those interviewers.
Absolutely. Let's get you prepped to not just answer their questions,
Yeah.
but to show them you understand the heart of metal additive manufacturing.
You know it. We've got the RoleCatcher guide and some potential interview questions they've put together.
Right.
What's the first thing people should understand about landing this kind of job?
The RoleCatcher guide really nails it. They're looking for deep understanding,
Yo.
not just someone who can follow a recipe.
Right.
You'll need to show you can problem solve, think about quality, and manage those materials.
It's like knowing how to bake a cake is cool,
Or feedstock, as the pros call it.
but understanding why those ingredients interact the way they do, that's next level.
Okay.
So how do we convey that in an interview? What kind of questions should our listener be ready for?
We'll be prepared for both general and technical questions.
Okay.
A common one is, how can a metal additive manufacturing operator contribute to process improvement?
That makes sense. You're not just an operator, you're part of a team pushing the boundaries of this tech.
They want to know you're not just there to punch a clock.
So how do you answer that without sounding cliche?
Give them specifics. This is where that STAR method comes in. Situation, task, action, result.
Okay.
Don't just say you're proactive. Tell a story from your past work where you identified a problem, what you did about it, and the positive outcome.
Okay, so like that time you streamlined the workflow for...
Right.
Wait, I'm not allowed to tell your stories.
Right.
But you get the idea right. Real-life examples make all the difference.
Exactly. And RoleCatcher's AI can actually analyze job descriptions to help you tailor those answers.
Wow.
Let's say a company emphasizes minimizing waste, boom, you highlight that aspect of your story.
It's like having a personalized interview coach.
Yeah.
But instead of charging you hundreds, it's probably part of your RoleCatcher membership. Okay, next question.
Let's say they ask, what are the key challenges faced by metal additive manufacturing operators?
Okay.
This is where they test your knowledge beyond just the day-to-day tasks.
Okay, so it's not all 3D printed rainbows and unicorns then.
Not exactly. You'll want to demonstrate you understand the technical hurdles, like ensuring the accuracy and quality of printed parts.
Right.
Mention things like warping or layer adhesion.
Okay.
These are common challenges.
So show them, the problems and that you're already thinking about solutions.
Right. And don't forget the human side. This industry changes fast.
Yeah.
Talk about the need to constantly learn new techniques and stay ahead of the curve.
That reminds me, the RoleCatcher guide really emphasized the career trajectory.
Yeah.
They break down those stages from entry level up to senior positions.
Right.
How can our listener use that info to their advantage?
When interviewers see you're thinking long-term, it shows commitment. You can casually weave in, I'm excited about the potential for growth in this role, especially given the increasing responsibility at each stage as outlined by RoleCatcher.
Subtle, yet effective.
Well-
It's like you're speaking their language before you even know their favorite jargon.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And this ties into those pros and cons RoleCatcher mentions.
Yeah.
Acknowledging challenges shows you've done your homework.
Right. Like, I'm aware that working with expensive equipment means rigorous safety protocols, and I'm committed to upholding those standards.
Perfect. You've shown enthusiasm, but also that you're realistic about the field.
Right.
Okay. Are you ready for another interview curveball? Absolutely, bring it on. I think it's time we talk about quality control.
Okay.
Imagine this question comes up. How would you ensure the quality of 3D printed metal parts?
That's a big one. It's easy to just say, oh yeah, I'd be really careful.
Right.
But they're looking for real expertise here.
Exactly. Don't just give a generic answer. This is your chance to shine by showcasing your understanding of quality control procedures. Remember those specific challenges we talked about, like warping?
Right.
This is where you tie those together.
So instead of just saying, I'd follow the instructions, you'd say what?
Think of it as a step-by-step process.
Oh.
You could say, first, I'd make sure the machine is calibrated correctly. That's crucial for accuracy. Then, throughout the printing process, I'd be carefully monitoring for any deviations from the specifications, keeping a close eye out for signs of warping or layer adhesion issues.
It's like you're showing them you're proactive, not just reacting after a problem's already happened.
Exactly. You're demonstrating a commitment to maintaining those top-notch quality standards.
Right.
And this is another great opportunity to weave in your own experience.
Right. Maybe you've got a story about a time you caught a tiny error that saved a whole batch of parts.
Exactly.
But what if you're newer to the field? How do you answer that question convincingly?
That's where RoleCatcher's AI feedback can be a game changer.
Okay.
Imagine plugging in the job description and getting personalized tips on which quality control aspects to emphasize.
So if the company specializes in aerospace components, the AI might suggest you highlight your understanding of those specific industry standards.
Exactly. Now let's shift gears to another crucial skill: troubleshooting. Remember, this field is all about cutting-edge tech,
Right.
and things don't always go as planned.
Yeah, I'm all too familiar with tech hiccups. So what kind of troubleshooting question should our listener be ready for?
It might be something like, how would you troubleshoot common issues in the additive manufacturing process?
Okay, that sounds a little intimidating. Where do you even begin to answer that?
Start by showcasing a systematic approach.
Yeah.
You could say, the first step is to identify the root cause. Is it a software glitch, a material inconsistency, or something else entirely?
So you're basically walking them through your thought process, showing them you're not just randomly pressing buttons, hoping for the best.
Exactly. Then you can delve into how you would analyze the machine's settings and the material properties to pinpoint potential areas for improvement.
It's about connecting the dots, showing them you understand how each part of the process influences the final outcome.
And don't be afraid to mention any resources you'd consult: technical manuals, online forums, even reaching out to more experienced colleagues.
That shows you're a team player and that you're committed to finding the best solution, not just any solution.
Speaking of teamwork, let's not forget the importance of soft skills in this role.
Right.
The RoleCatcher Guide highlighted the collaborative nature of this work. You're interacting with engineers, designers, and other operators all the time.
It's like that saying, teamwork makes the dream work. But how do you convey those skills in an interview setting? It's not like you can stage a team building exercise right there in the conference room.
You're right, you can't exactly break out the trust falls,
Right.
but you can demonstrate those skills through your answers.
Give us an example.
Let's say they ask about a time you had to deal with a demanding coworker. Instead of bad-mouthing that person, you could focus on how you used your communication skills to find common ground and ensure the project stayed on track.
So you're turning a potentially negative situation into a positive example of your teamwork abilities.
Exactly.
That's clever. And I bet RoleCatcher's AI could offer some helpful suggestions on how to tailor those answers too.
You bet. You can never be too prepared when it comes to showcasing those soft skills.
Hmm.
Remember, they're looking for someone who can not only handle the technical aspects of the job, but who can also thrive in a collaborative environment.
It's about being the whole package. Now, we've covered a lot of ground here on the technical and collaborative aspects of the role, but there's one crucial element we haven't touched on yet. Okay, so we've covered the technical skills, the problem solving, the teamwork.
Yeah.
What's this crucial missing piece?
It's the so what factor.
Hit me with it.
You can ace every technical question,
Right.
but you also need to convey your passion,
Right.
your drive, and how those align with the company's goals.
So it's not just about showing you can do the job, it's about showing you're excited to do it right.
Exactly. Let's go back to that troubleshooting question.
All right.
Instead of just listing the steps, you could say something like, I'm really passionate about this technology, and I'm driven by the challenge of making sure it works flawlessly. When I can pinpoint the root cause of a problem and keep those machines humming, that's what gives me a real sense of accomplishment.
Ooh, I can feel the energy in that answer.
Yeah.
You're not just there to collect a paycheck, you're invested in their success.
Right. And you've subtly reminded them that minimizing downtime means maximizing efficiency.
Right.
Music to any manufacturing manager's ears.
It's like you're speaking their language without even knowing the company lingo yet.
Exactly. Every answer is a chance to show them why they should choose you
Right.
out of all the other candidates.
Okay, this has been eye-opening. I feel like I could walk into a metal additive manufacturing facility and speak the language.
Almost. We've definitely given you a crash course. But seriously, with these insights and a little preparation, you'll be well equipped to showcase your passion and knowledge.
And remember, RoleCatcher's AI tools are there to help you fine-tune those answers and really tailor them to each specific company. It's like having a secret weapon in your interview arsenal.
Don't underestimate the power of preparation.
You got that right. And one final thought for our listener, the RoleCatcher Guide mentioned networking.
Yes,
Even if you nail this interview, connecting with people in the field is so valuable.
absolutely.
What's one small step you can take this week to do just that?
Yeah.
Maybe send a message to someone on LinkedIn.
It's all about showing initiative. That extra effort can make all the difference.
Absolutely. Good luck with that interview. We know you're going to crush it.